Hey, welcome to stream. Enemy plays the Final Fantasy. Wonder what I should play. Okay. This is. Okay. Okay. Tank. Definitely, I'm going Rhoda. I like that Gaspard Massa jump. Time to begin. Be an interesting day.
Here. Here. Feel.
Ooh, I wonder who that is.
Here. Feel. Think.
Yeah, I look badass. Can't beat me. Oi, you're all right, lad. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling off the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Yes. Hmm. Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Uh, might as well have been blooming seasickness, ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Laminsa's still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how's bet you keep me company till we get there? The youngins don't much care for conversation, see? I know who they are. Anyway, any road, Brennan's the name, and peddling's me trade. Smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I say you are one of them new adventurers. Am I wrong? Yes, you are. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory now. That's what I call a living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks other folks ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame, but coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Ugh. Whoa. Whoa. Gosh darn it, Bubba. Ships on starboard bow, pirate colors. Yeah, you are right. Pirates, bloody hells. Have ye no sense? Get below. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying lamenting colors. Buses either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. Do that. You can rest easy, friends. We made it out of cannon range, and no buccaneers bark or catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I've lost mine otherwise. If that pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? There's gonna be a lot of talking, a lot of reading. But hey, that's the beauty in this game, right? The story is what makes this game amazing. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa the Minsa? Yes. Is it? Well then, let this journey to itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa the Minsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Not too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilized and influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself, eh? Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like the pirates who took fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I heard the Shahagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them they're sea-dwelling beastmen the locals called fishback, in case you didn't know. I see. Ah, at long last, right ho. Behold, Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty, beloved of Limeline, goddess of navigation. It's better later on, with more voice acted stuff. Hopefully. I know it does, but it'll be a while.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotom Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
Here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this by way of thanks for saving me also, yeah. Thank you. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider a square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Welcome. Yeah, they did. It's the opening to this game, like depending what you pick, is amazing. All three. Hey, you there? I mean you. This is my district, and I'm making my business know all the scum that washes up in it. Oh, okay. An adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Up to a lad, I haven't got all day. Hope you enjoying the stream. Oh. So saying the depending on what class you pick, it depends where you start. I picked Marauder, so I'm playing as a tank. So I get to be in Limsa. Welcome to Limsa, the bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the road. Honors. Please select the control. I'm going mouse and keyboard. Go. Where is it? Where is it? There was one I... Oh, I remember this. You can't save Leia, so I'm gonna just stick with what it currently is for now and deal with it later. You could go. Put you up there. Switch you around. Coming to Limsa Lumitsa. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa Lumitsa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Okay, I accept that mission. How's your day been? Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. Without a bit of local knowledge, you'll like to get your throat slit in some piss stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Ledge and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. Is that a way? It's not far, just head straight down the street and speak to Refa. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call Crow's Lift, and I'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Badron. He's the proprietor of the ranch. He might, looks like an ale sort of soldier, but the man's got a soft spot for wine and newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. All that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. That thing. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Have you played this game before? Welcome to Limbs Elements. If you mind to visit the Drowning Ledge, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Yes, please. Greetings to you, lad. What it will be? But you ain't here for the drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your adventure. I reckon. You find no shortage of work here in Lipsa. The name's Badron. This was hospitable of hostilities is the Drowning Ledge. Yeah, I hate price speak. It's also the herb of Adventurers Guild here in Lipsa. That's why we go to this, especially for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than one in the throat so many regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? That's true. Not that they need in these spots, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to stay clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Guardian Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. This town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them after everything that's happened? The Aesir took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our herbs weren't the only things what got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice damned bastard of a dragon. Took our bleeding memories too. No one's been able to explain it. In a way, it makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. It's all foggy, like recollections from a bad night or of the end. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers who had laid down their lives to drag Ozia back from the pool when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. The truth is, though, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. God's damn calamity spawn memory loss robbed us of that names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. It's like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eyes is a shadow set against a blinding glare. That's how every bugger describes it, by the way. You know, take the odd gull. It's this what's got people calling them the heroes. So these heroes, the warriors of light. If Limps is ever going to put this time of darkness behind us, it's going to need adventurers to help. And it's the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. That's why any aid we can give to an adventurer is effort well spent. What say you, lad? Willing to lend us your strength? Yeah. You should have told that, mate. Thanks to you and to the Navigator and all, I knew she'd steer ye my way for it. But listen to me yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. It's high time we got you a mark in me book. Put your scroll right there. The spot must say jump. Sharp. Is it? A fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer, you sailed in on the Lost Ferry, did you not? Buddy? I have a report being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on the deck bare hours before the incident took place. Sending your friend's signals, were you? No? Now, hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. This fine, upstanding young gent is my dear departed grandma's sister's niece cousin's closest companion. A lad wouldn't be called dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnapping. Respectfully, that not to be too trusting of outsiders at time, on the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Why, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep an eye open at all times, me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say ye to a taking of me fine as ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered down cup of piss like last time, I sure should hope. Ain't got the finest idea what you're on about, officer. A wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of Strait of Melthor, but that doesn't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. You'd kick off from every boots, eh? You ought to love pirate speak. You'll have to excuse these eager bloody yellowjackets. There's been a spate of kidnappers, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they're taking decrepit eyes on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this round. Don't take it personal, though. Us Laminsons can be a headstrong bunch. Lost this is true. But given time, we'll grow on ye. Now, where was I? Never shutting up. Oh, hey, welcome to Lips on a Mist, where the seas as green as the faces of me patrons are definitely too many butt belly whiskies. Now take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning the ways of the sea. It's a lot. Complete. Yay! I made some coin. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I hate this hardly. I really do. This is the fun part. This is the most boring part of the entire thing. It's gonna be dead. Yes. Where is that? Part number 3. This one. That's better. Yes. Everything I don't need gives that. Just messing with the stats of my HUD at the moment because it's all over the shop. And it's annoying me. How's your day been? I should be done this pretty soon, hopefully. Really done. You having a good day so far? You had a good time? It's the unfortunate reality when you start to do a new character, you gotta do all this stuff. That's better. I forgot to do a couple things. First, I forgot to make them active. That's done. Yeah. Close to home. Patron proprietor of the Drowning Wench wants you to perform 3 tasks that'll help you learn the fundamentals of adventure. Okay. Let's do this. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that will help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down the floor and point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device what can move ye from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, provided there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the Yellow Jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. When you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor, all your veteran bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the threat. Don't go throwing your gil around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say. Where's my coin purse already? Have a word with Swazabalat instead. He's the head of the merchants, by the way. Give him this old octane and he'll trick you out. For the last of me helpful hints, I'll suggest you meet some fellow exporters at the Mortars Guild. Guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for swinging that Edspetter of yours. You join their crew. Well, Filter at the front desk is the one to get you started. Okay, Aetheryte, Market, Guild. But although I'd see into them 3 tiles, it'll take you a little jolt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I best be getting on right along, eh? Okay, there I go, sending you off without telling you. Somewhat crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the Anyway, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor souls that look like they might need your help, sit and give them the tale a well listening. Sounds like a sure ain't it, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking there. Just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Nina over yonder has been casting glances at you since she waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Hey, you like to find yourself running all the errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man for good trust, the jobs will get harder, and rewards more generous. If you've got the time, I'd also seek the advice of the Smith there in the lunch. Lads it's bear that title has some fine advice for them. But you just didn't gotten down in the profession and that. That lad is already becoming adventurous. Whatever that was. What's you? So much speaking. Some of the words I have not. Leave the driving wench must accept the quest, making a name by speaking with Nemenia. Making a name. In here, a veteran adventurer has some information that might be of interest to you, and I get earth shards and potions. This place. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventure. Notes for that. There's some information that might just help you on the map here. So, I was passing through Bola Coal Balloon not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market was known as street flowers. Limsa Lumbus is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the street are above board, if you know what I mean. How the plans end up in the prison mass, who knows? Could it be a deal going bad? The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skayan Rao, and he'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to this Tiff at the Octant, being a well-be captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady guns. Okay. Go. You wish to visit Bola Coal below. The cruiser is ready when you are. Yes, please. Somebody talking. Yeah, Right. The city. It might be. There we go. That's better. And this into this person. Yes, I am Alskiff. You have some herbs you wish me to examine. Yes, here you go. Yes, as you suspected, these are highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of sombras, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into a sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Alsic lavender, a common enough export from Switzerland. In fact, it's probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry, you learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Thank you. I'm gonna go do the main quest now. Into this aetherite. Yes, I tuned to an aetherite. Another novice adventure. Adrian has sent more than a few of you kind this way of late. I am Santamon. One of your yellow jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energy. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each. Yes. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseen haste. The aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Did you wish to learn more about the aetherites or transportation magic? I will be here to answer your questions. Oh, thank you for the info. You too, yep, I can use return spell. I haven't achieved to a second, which means I cannot teleport yet. Getcha. Yes, I see you there. I'm going to get this right there. So to you, please, and thank you very much. Ethernet basically just means I can travel to any of those I find in the city. There is one further down. It's like I should go grab one here, shouldn't I? Let's go. And the other thing I should also do is get the cool. I don't know what they're called. I'll remember it soon, eventually. I have it soon. is that? It's famous. Greetings. I take it you have come to see me about the retainers. Retainers are hardworking lasses who will help you to manage their spoils and well off slaying dragons, or whatever it is you are venturous to do. Unfortunately, you do not appear you could slay an Astral, let alone a dragon, therefore I must decline any petition you make. You have a retainer in your employ. Know yourself a rep in the city, however, and I shall provide you with whatever it is you need. Might I suggest you start by heading back to Adventure Skills and if someone there as well. Oh, so I can't even do it yet. Okay. A fine evening to you, sir. Welcome to the most repulsive marketplace in the grand realm of Eos. Where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all the four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Bador. Whatever could it be? Ah, my octet. By the navigator. I must have left it behind in the launch, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Here you go. I'll have that back. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Focus Alley. Be sure doubt each skill you invest in armed and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. Bruce was out saying that Focus Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potions and perishable goods. Alkene agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shows, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each store. Such knowledge will serve you well if you pass a slight or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Where else? To be honest. Only down here, but it should go. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grab it. It'll be fun. Look at a lot of nice letters. Yes. With the delivery moving. Yeah. You this way. Culinary Guild, get that. Say the right. Do. Do the Lost Aether, right? And, or this game. You have tuned yourself to. Yay. Receptionist, is this for? Oh, there, adventure. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Any expert swinger needs two hands on the haft and as a blade, one can make short work of those mounts. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and ultra predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more about it? Then why don't I give you a short version of the guilds found in history? You're from that. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with access? Yes, well, Building it would be pretty bloody difficult without steady till to lock down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship or when a foul of a storm will rise, it makes sense for the crew's complement to carry an axe on board day. It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What am I boring you? What am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on a ship would become a weapon. The axe was perfect for putting yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a roll of steel and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as a weapon of choice, so did the body art of the Marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates where strength and skill decided to place in the wild. With an eye to assembling crews or battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to load a chopping blade to the new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. Once the Galadian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirates' elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of Axford. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors who sought to use their martial powers for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you will find no better arena in which to practice your skills. Think it over, then let me know if you fancy joining my ranks. I have a feeling I will be seeing more soon. Yes, I'm joining. You decided to swing an axe with the Marauder said? Yes. Where the Marauder? Well, Thurto wishes you to reaffirm your decision to join the Marauders Guild, as I said. Alright, all I need doing now is speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple. I've seen folks sink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving killer. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Rinzoan's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune. I know it's a lot of talk. Yes, I am Rinzoan, X-Master. They call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and destroy. It's not our way to simply outfight our adventures. We seek to overwhelm. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a still whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without it. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blatherta. Once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yes, I am. Very well, your name? Attend me well, but that's hard. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straight away into combat as Professor Novus of discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scarring, crawling pest that plague the outskirts of Limsa. Lost lambs, wolf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your hideous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blood. Okay, that's easy. I can do that. Plus I get to 10 other quests, which will probably also send me the beta. Beta run. Ah, there you are, Gaspard. Enjoyed your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself on some limits, that won't be the last time you visit the now you get some idea of what's where you can start exploring the rest of town. You're showing a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Baderin and you'll go far. With the quest complete. So, ooh, I just learned name. On to Summerford. Baderin, proprietor of the Drowning Wench, wants you to lend a hand at Summerford Farms. Still in limbs, you Gaspard. Oh, your fancy trip outside the walls. I'd like to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stellarward, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that. Has been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after Calamity grew up sort of. And mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. He gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and press the old bastard. You need directions, the place ain't hard to find. Just take the Suffocate out of the city and follow them. Yeah, I know where some focus. Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm pathetic. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Red everywhere. That's where my mounts go when I get them. I can get this Aetherite and then talk to Stalarin? 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 Yellow. Ah, you must be the adventurer Badron promised to send along as Spud Masisham, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I am still in the old bastard as Braden. Likely described him, yeah. This here is my humble orchid. Good number of the lad and lassies working here once terrorized the IC. If you wonder why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was so wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merlip's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers work of the field seemed to find an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took Lieutenant Sawyer, you see. Unfortunately, the botanist I called in to train him have been bringing them hands in black despair with so much work piling up. I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. You can do that. Oops, please. Thank you very much. Rest call. Stalarin, owner of the Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the task. I've a mind to set you a task, Master Shelf. But before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandy, if you understand. It might well be that the ones have traded in their cutlass for Voltaires, but they're still rogues at heart. I know it's solid gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're most suitably equipped. The gears go side, right? Ooh, very close. Okay, so it'll just be headpiece. Battle gear, pay these. One 60 foot. About 8 to 11, so that's not. Okay, so you want me at 5. I don't know 5. Is it literally max? Yeah, it is. I should be good though, man. 5 in every slot. Yeah. 3 stacks of the suck. I'm going to whimsical drill could have breaked so that goes 5 sections. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel guilty throwing you to the sharks. As the wild buccaneers are an ornate lot, they rage and love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I say you have a little trouble. Say you'll have little trouble getting there. Sweet, and I'm definitely taking the hint. Thank you. Master Chan. The Door of Confidence tells me you've not been out since we last met. I hope I read you're alright. For I have a task that requires the attention of a capable Avenger. Might that Avenger be you? Lurkers in the grotto. Stallion, the owner of Soul Farms, is a task for a competent Avenger which I'm going to receive. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You'll have heard rumors of the abductions, Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Limitsa, as if plucked from the face of Hyde. Roots and all by an unseen hand. What's this got to do with Summerfoot Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with their sword-tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on me. Yeah. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times. But the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of Rumor come for their huts. Needless to say, they're beside themselves, with worrying the Web Southern Fort, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new job. It's a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse early. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? I can do that. Well, lad, the sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a rotten farm. I suggest you begin by having a look around. See some grotto if reports are to believe our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful there, Master John. I want to say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, we'll just be on your guard, alright? I can do that. What's the ship toward? It's good. It's just right. Okay. Yes, down here. Interesting. You're about to enter an instant battle.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. You are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked.
Coincidence, I think
Who
not.
stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Ready to taste my items. Come on, taste my items. Only 8 seconds left. That's my defense. My yeah, tank stuff. Yeah.
Phew!
New stone. Wonder what this is. It's a point. What? Okay, this is weird. Where am I? What is this place? Okay. This is weird. I hit my head.
Feel. Think.
Okay, who are you? Why are you creeping me out? Oh, that doesn't look pleasant. I definitely hit my head. I am not here. I am dreaming. I never left the city. I am in my bed. Definitely dreaming.
Crystal bearer.
Oh, yeah. If that's what you call me.
I am Hydaelyn, all made one.
Okay.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
I'll try my best.
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
It's a big crystal.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Who's that? Hey, who is that? This. I can fly. We. Still no, I have no idea how I got here or this place is, but okay.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Yes, weird disembodied voice talking to me in a weird place. That was weird. Wait, where am
Awake
I?
again? Are we?
Oh, hello.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction.
Yeah, sorry about
I
that.
confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
Yeah, too much ether. Made me sleepy.
I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations.
That's it. You know what that is?
I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business.
Yep, I'll do right after that.
The days ahead promise little rest, I fear.
Don't they all? Please,
May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Okay, see you later, weird unknown woman that I've just met that I still don't even know who you are. Today's been one weird day. Ugh. There we go, that's better. I don't remember all the fun settings, right? I'm back. I found something interesting. Masashan, right, glad am I to see you safely returned. My labs were all gammon about hearing what sounded like a whole 7 hells break loose near the gutter. Brother, when I feared I sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I hate to think you risked your life for that. Yeah, I got this knife for you, A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I agree that such a knife would be part of any seafarer man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians of pirate come to lure my farmhands back to life. Wonder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on my doorstep and set a mad and everyone. The pirates have been eaten to the numbers of it. You best warn the lad and lassies in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Pistola. She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while. Studies of Aether often bring her into Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is highly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Okay. What trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate's past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. And my thanks, Mashisha. If it weren't for your efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be far worse state than it is. If you keep on lending your talents to those in need care, I'll bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. You'll do just that. Potion of ether, not a magic caster. I don't need the MP, I need the HP. With that, I'm going to end the stream for today. I appreciate you all. For tuning in, and I wish you all a great night and great day.
They say that life's too short to be holding this tight. So why am I walking light? And in this world of light and color, I'm not afraid of the night. When this future's so bright. Yeah, I got all these friends and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa. This new world is ours. This new world is ours, and